I'm driving down the road and I look in my mirror and there's a car right on my bumper. This would annoy me under normal circumstances, but to make it worse, the car has been designed so it obviously has a face. And not just a face, but a mean face. And it was as if some overbearing jerk is standing right behind me to intimidate me. Anthropomorphism is ascribing human characteristics to the non-human. For example, people see faces all over the place. Electrical outlets seem to have faces. You'll see them in clouds and on trees, the fronts of cars. But it goes beyond physical form. It can also go to an inner life where you think something has thoughts and emotions and intentions.
The 80s called. They want their store back.
Mrs. Butterworth?
Yes?
Tell me, what's the secret of your syrup recipe?
I see you bought the industrial-sized bottle of lighter fluid. Smart.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
We've all seen TV ads in which they have something non-human talk to us.
From the top, and action.
For over 75 years, people have saved money with gecko, so...
Cut it. What did I say? Gecko. I said gecko. Oh.
We compared how persuasive an advertisement was when it had a real person talking versus something like a talking lamp, an anthropomorphized entity. We found an array of people from being highly trusting of other people all the way through medium down to fully mistrustful of people. Not surprisingly, the high trusters, it didn't matter who was talking to them. They just trust. They barely notice who's talking to them. Yeah, message about light bulbs. But the people who are really low in interpersonal trust are so wary of people that when a person starts talking to them, it's like a trigger in their head that says, oh, people, they're not to be trusted, and they don't believe much of what's said. If you take that person out and put in a talking lamp, the message just kind of gets in under the radar, and people who are low in trust are more persuaded by non-human things.
Not yet.
Oh. It says here Hank's a real gas guzzler.
You hear that, Hank?
Whatever.
Hey, what about me?
The way people react to these things go way beyond just getting their attention or finding them cute. It turns out if you present a disease just as a disease, quite naturally it doesn't matter if I feel socially powerful or socially weak, it's just a disease. But if I make the disease seem like an evil crime family, think of the family of skin cancer. Well, now thinking about that disease as people intersects with how I feel about how well I do with people. And if people feel sort of large and in charge, I'm not intimidated by other people, they actually think they're less likely to get the disease, and if they did get it, they'd be able to fight it off. So when we're all the time saying, you know, I'm going to fight cancer and you're not going to have my way, that's not a costless sort of thing. The people who felt large and in charge and could have their way with cancer were less likely to take precautions to prevent it, like putting on a hat or putting on sunscreen and the like.
I beat breast cancer.
We can beat this together.
So another phenomenon we've seen in people, not talking about products or brands, but just thinking about people, we've found that if I think about a social group and their characteristics, I'll start to take on their characteristics. We did some work in which we were looking at different reactions to thinking about Krispy Kreme as a person or the brand Kellogg as a person. We asked people, would they be more likely to take the elevator or the stairs? And if they're thinking about Kellogg as a person, they think of their buddy, the little fitness trainer of Kellogg, and they say, oh yes, I'd take the stairs. But if they're thinking about Krispy Kreme as a person, they think, oh, that's my little indulgent buddy, yeah, we'll just take it easy here and wait for the elevator. Now, what's important here is it's not just thinking about the brand characteristics. If we had people think about Kellogg all by itself or Krispy Kreme all by itself, we didn't pick up any differences in willingness to take the stairs. It required that they think about it as a person.
That's Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Wow, 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 wow.
The Fiat 500 isn't alone anymore. It's part of a big Italian family.
What's important to stress in all of this is these responses are not being driven by some conscious sense. From birth, you learn how to behave relative to other people. So what happens when you anthropomorphize is it brings to mind in an automatic way the way you should act around other people. And so when products are products, you react to them like things. When products are given human characteristics, you react to them like humans, all without thinking about it very much. And that's where you get these really remarkable effects where non-human things start having profound effects on our judgments because we've misapplied humanity to them.
Many of you feel bad for this lamb. That is because you're crazy. It has no feelings, and the new one is much better.